All right, welcome back. I'm here with Mort. This time we are breaking down the San Diego Chargers in the AFC West. And Mort's going to kick it off talking about their offense. The San Diego Chargers in 1990 went 6-10, and in 1991 they finished at 4-12. So middle of a road kind of team, even lower. Let's take a look at this team.
Let's start off with Billy Joe Tolliver. And Billy Joe, high passing speed, 81 passing speed, one of the tops in passing speed. Virtually no pass control with 31 as a 44 avoid pass block, your standard 13 maximum speed for his mobility. So basically he can zing it in there real quick, but he's not too accurate. He can get picked off pretty easily. His backup, Mark Vlasic, one of the pickle backups.
The pickle man.
There are two backups with pickle days because Dylan too. 44 passing speed, 38 passing control. So he's got more passing control than the starter and has more maximum speed and a 38 avoid pass block. And then we're going to running back. Marion Butts, the feature back, the star of the offense with 63 MS, 25 receptions. 38 on the running speed, 38 on the hitting power, only 50 on the ball control. But Marion Butts does have a lot of speed, and he is a force to be reckoned with. One of the top 10 running backs easily in the game. You got Ron Bernstein, a fullback with 44 hitting power, 44 running speed, only 25 MS, and 19 receptions, standard 50 ball control. And Carvello, another fullback with 44 hitting power, less running speed at 38, 25 MS, 25 receptions. Finally, Ronnie Harmon, who's actually can catch the ball very well as a running back. It's 31 MS, 50 receptions, 38 running speed. So that's at least a decent option to catch the ball out of the outfield of a different speed. With the low speed on some of the receivers of this team, if Harmon goes into good or excellent, he's a really useful piece to have. Let's see, Quinn Early. Quinn Early had a pretty good career in the NFL. I know he played for the Bills too, but this game, just 31 maximum speed, 44 receptions, 31 running speed. Nothing too special. Anthony Miller of 44 maximum speed, 69 on the receptions, 38 running speed. The best receiver on the team. Nate Lewis, 25 MS, 44 receptions, pretty standard for backup. 31 maximum speed for Wayne Walker, 44 receptions, a little bit better. And then finally, the tight ends do have some hitting power. Derek Walker with 38 receptions, 50 hitting power, 31 maximum speed. And Arthur Cox was 63 hitting power to 31 receptions. So the tight ends of this team actually have some nice things about them. You can get some run blocking and some receiving out there on this team as well. Offensive line is pretty decent. Frank Cornish with 56 hitting power, 31 MS at center. The left guard is a 50 hitting power, 38 maximum speed. Right guard is a 69 hitting power, 25 MS. The left tackle is a 63 hitting power, 25 MS. Finally, your right tackle is a 56 hitting power, only 25 maximum speed. Your kick returns will be at 25 maximum speed on this team. Not too great, pretty much average in the game. John Carney's a very good kicker in real life, and in the game he was rated very good, 75 kicking ability. Now, what is that? That's second best. He's one of the top two kickers in the game for kicking ability.
That's about a 72 to 73 yard field goal for John Carney. That's his max.
Yeah. 50 avoid kick blocks, so pretty average there. But still, you got a quality guy. And John Kidd, he's got some nice stats, but he's still just a punter. He's got a boot, but he's still just a punter. 69 kicking ability. Only thing to note there. And then Tom might as well take it away with that defense.
All right. Yes, I do remember Natron Means, and I'm glad you got the gaming app installed. So let's look at this defense. It's pretty well balanced, to be honest. So let's look at Bert Grossman. Maximum speed 50, that's great for a right end. For a defensive lineman, 50 hitting power, he'll be able to get in. Not much of a coverage guy, with 31 running speed at the snap of the ball. Les Miller, he's 56 hitting power, 44 maximum speed. That's good for a nose tackle, honestly. Snap of the ball, 25 speed, so he'll give the center some fits. Lee Williams, he is also a good, so they really have a good three down lineman. 50 maximum speed, 56 hitting power, 19 interceptions, so he's not coverage. Quickness rating doesn't do anything. They didn't program it to do anything. Running speed is 31 at the snap of the ball. Leslie O'Neal's a star linebacker on this team. He's not a coverage linebacker, 19 interceptions, but he makes up for that in speed and hitting power. At the snap of the ball, he's a 38 speed, accelerating at a 50 rushing power, and he gets up to a 56 maximum speed, and then will smash those wide receivers with that 13 hitting power, and he'll smash them up with the 63 hitting power. And then we got Junior Seale, a young Junior Seale in this game. Rest in peace to Junior Seale.
His rookie year, I believe.
25 running speed, maximum speed 38, not too bad. 44 hitting power, 19 interceptions. Gary Plummer, he's quite the hitting power guy. He kind of looks like the guy that you call if you actually have plumbing problems. But he's not much of a coverage linebacker, but, on those sweeps or certain plays, he'll be able to smash up some offensive linemen behind your D linemen. He's a 44 maximum speed, so he's got the power. Henry Rowling, not too good of a linebacker, but he does have 31 interceptions, so he's got some coverage on him. You're probably not going to user control him, though, just because his speed and hitting power is so low. Maximum speed's at 38 hitting power. And then let's look at the secondary. This secondary I like. Sam Seale. So you'll get to use him. He's on the opposite side of Gill Byrd, the best defensive player on the team. So you'll be using him some. You'll be user controlling him. He's a 50 interceptions. If there's anything bad about him, it's not his running speed. It's a solid 38 at the snap of the ball. It's his hitting power, 38. That allows him, not when he's user controlled, but he can get popcorned by guys like Christian McCoy, even your 88 hitting power guys. Like Jamie Miller on the Bills, guys like that. Tony Page on the Dolphins. Gill Byrd, here he is, the star corner. 63 maximum speed, 69 interceptions. He could pick the ball off. 50 hitting power is nice. No one's knocking him around. 38 maximum speed, or 38 running speed, at the snap of the ball. Accelerating at a 50 rushing power. And that 75 quickness looks sexy, but it doesn't actually do anything. All right, Vince Glenn, your free safety. He's actually got pretty good speed for a free safety. He doesn't have anything flashy, but I like that 50 maximum speed, 44 hitting power. Wish it was a little bit higher, 44 interceptions. That's Glenn for you. And then Martin Bayless. He's a little bit slower, but he's got better hitting power with 56 hitting power. He's at that 44 interceptions as well. So Gill Byrd's going to make up for the interceptions in the secondary a little bit. He's a 44 maximum speed. Not too fast at the snap of the ball at 25. And the punt returner, because of the way this game was programmed, your punt returner will receive 44 maximum speed. And with the Chargers at punt returner, I recommend putting Arthur Cox because he has the highest hitting power at 63 and still a solid 50 ball control.
All right, let's take a look at some matchups for San Diego, and some of the best matchups: San Diego versus Minnesota. You'll see a lot of. There's been a couple Madison title games played that matchup. Let's see, San Diego versus Washington. San Diego versus Denver is called a lot. Let's see, San Diego versus Miami is a pretty fair matchup. A little edge to Miami, but still could be a pretty good game. San Diego. Let's see. San Diego versus the Rams, another pretty even matchup. San Diego versus Detroit. Detroit has a little bit of advantage because of that QB mobility, but besides that, they're almost identical teams going up against each other. San Diego's got a better secondary. Detroit's got the QB mobility. That's a great matchup, and I don't actually see a lot of it. I think San Diego, Cincinnati's got a little bit of an edge on San Diego, but it can be called. Other teams that might have an edge, like I can see a San Diego, Philadelphia, but of course QB Eagles out there, but I can still see it. I can see San Diego performing against the weaknesses on Philadelphia's defense. I can see you calling Tampa Bay against San Diego, but you're giving up a little bit. It's hard for Wade Haddix to contain that. I can see you calling even Dallas versus San Diego. I can see Pittsburgh and San Diego. Depending on how you play on defense, just Pittsburgh's offense sometimes won't show up, unfortunately.
What about the Bears?
The Bears versus San Diego. The reason why I wouldn't like that matchup is I just feel like the Bears are just overpowering San Diego to a lot with their defensive backs all over the place. They're going to make it a nightmare. Even when the drones control them, you're taking these risks. I just don't think it's worth it. When you really think about it, you could call San Diego Detroit if you're hoping he'll take Detroit, and at least you'll have a better chance of throwing the ball against Detroit than Chicago.
Right.
Yeah, or even to call like San Diego versus Denver or something like that.
Yeah, San Diego and Denver are the closest you're going to get.
I'd rather call San Diego versus the Raiders than San Diego Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if I had a choice between the two, and the Raiders don't have the INT ability, you might get away with it a little bit more.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. They're a better version of Denver, so I think they have a wider range of who they can match up against. Because they got a good D-line, a couple of guys that could do something as the linebacking core, and two good cornerbacks, so they really do. And then they have Marion Butts on offense. It's really just their passing game's weak, but they have good defenders to make up for that.
So who do you want to be to play me at San Diego?
All right, so you're using San Diego this game. I'm going to test you with the Rams.
All right, so I'm going to go up against that high-flying passing game. Rams. All right.
Any fistfights at the Tecmo tournament? I haven't seen any. Have you?
Actually, not between anybody playing. I remember one year we had this guy who was drunk. I don't think he was actually playing, but they had to kick him out of the bar or something. I mean, it came close in Connecticut one year, and the guy who used to run the Connecticut tournament. He was really, really upset when one of the players told him how everything about the tournament sucked, and because he was complaining about the rules and stuff. And let's just say Cuban Tecmo Pete Dorsey's a big guy, and he nearly tossed this guy out of the bar. He's a body lifter. I just had to convince him because it was a championship game. Whoa! I got to finish him off after I beat the guy, and then. Something we just still laugh about. One of the small tournaments we go in Connecticut every year. That was a good one.
All right, who's better, Shaquille O'Neal or Leslie O'Neal?
I don't know. I think Leslie O'Neal is he doesn't get mentioned anymore. But I mean, Leslie O'Neal seems like a beast in this, and he seems like he might be able to take him.
Well, in '91, Shaq was still in college, so. I think at one time Leslie O'Neal was the bigger star, possibly.
Could have been. I mean,
not anymore.
I don't know how much his star power was back then.
All right, Rams. I really do like using the Rams. I feel like this is a pretty good matchup because he's got Gill Byrd in the secondary, so he'll be able to combat the high pass control and also receptions of the Rams. And let's see, you got good linebackers, so I'm going to stick with that. So basically what happens, the pass control plus receptions minus the interceptions of one or two defenders on a covered guy, that's going to be a mathematical equation, and then there's a percentage of an incompletion, a completion, and then interception. So that's how that works. There's a formula. If you want to check it out, there's a website called TecmoGeek.com, and then one of the links, there's an attribute guide. Take a look at that. It breaks down every possible combination, and it gives you a good idea of what you will be able to get away with. And then with the Rams, I like to put in McGee because he's a 44 maximum speed, 50 receptions. I like to use him too. I know some guys like to take out Cleveland Gary because he's a 38 ball control, but I like his 50 maximum speed. And then Houlihan is actually a good tight end. So, but you're also going to put him at kick returner, punt returner. Yeah, he's got that 19 maximum speed. And then, I'm all set with the Rams.
All right. Let's rumble.
Let's do this. Let's do this thing. Good luck. How do you handle all the plays against Green? You'll see. I got Humphrey and Newsome.
Wow, this is kind of a fitting matchup since most of these teams apparently are playing in Los Angeles now.
Yeah, everybody's playing in Los Angeles. So I'm going to kick off. I got my yellow jerseys for this game.
More Tecmo tournament stories.
All right, we'll maybe tell a couple stories after the game, but we're going to give our play-by-play analysis as we play this one. And then Mort's feeling like telling a few stories. We'll let him tell them. Pretty nice return there. So defensively, I'm probably going to be calling run more, just because Butts can break a big one with that 63 maximum speed. And he's running the draw. He's trying to get some blocking. And he gets me to commit to the left side, and he actually breaks a gain out of it. So that was a nice run. So I'm sticking down here to Green. Feel alright about that. And I got some help. But he still gets the first down. So he's running that draw. And runs again. You have a trick with the draw. You want to tell us what it is?
Oh, if they have 13, if they have you hold down or you hold up or you hold back, your quarterback has to have 13 MS or less for it to work. And then you hold that at the snap, and then the running back will run in the directions. That's why they're doing that.
So he'll be able to throw some passes with, he's got Blastikin actually. So pass control is not too good. He's not trying to rifle any in there. So I'm sticking with Green based off the play that I'm guessing. I guess pass here. There's nobody open. He's going to take a shot to his best receiver. And there it is, a JJ. But, that's a good risk with the Chargers.
Yeah, I know. That could be an interception if it's not caught. Just got lucky there.
I don't think there's any female Tecmo players that I've seen.
I remember one guy at HSTL one year, his girlfriend played about 10 games, and then afterwards, I don't think that relationship went much further.
That was the end of their relationship?
There was a couple of female Tecmo players. They had the women's division in Cincinnati. Amanda Stewart, Chris Vogt's girl is pretty good at playing, and Chris Carbiello's girl is pretty decent at playing too, so they went at it.
I have some ladies in the Christmas Eve Tecmo Super Bowl tournament every year, so you could count them as Tecmo, girl Tecmo players, female Tecmo players. So he's really got to respect Henry Ellard and Flipper Anderson, even if they're single covered. So I kind of just waited to get it to that down receiver. And I got enough time to throw it with Everett. He's got good pass speed. It's one of the nice things about the Rams. So it looks like Mort's sticking with Gill Byrd. That's going to be his best option defensively against the Rams.
And then what I'm just going for here is just to try to contain that passing game and use my best defensive back for now. And then hope I don't give up too much in the running game, because that's the thing with these teams with good offensive lines and great passing games. They can still run the ball effectively on you too. You can't underestimate that.
So I get the throw off, but it's back of the end zone.
I took that risk. I was hoping the back of the end zone. That's the one place where those fast receivers work against him because they get to the end of the routes quicker. Ah, gotcha.
Oh, nice.
I managed to sneak in behind him and dive for him. It's not easy to do that with a 50. Was he as bad? It's not easy.
I don't know. He didn't feel too good there.
Yeah, it's not easy to do that against a 50 MS guy. Usually they got to be like 38 or 44. But I got all that speed, and I took advantage of that.
I'm going to try to take the points here.
Apparently I couldn't get my linebacker one in, but
I don't see him. You know, if he got a JJ on the first play, I feel like I should be luckier in the passing game later, so putting that 3 on the board, I feel pretty good about it. Obviously, I would like to score a touchdown, but I didn't take any shots downfield there.
Tolliver's and bad.
Tolliver's and bad. We're getting a little trolled in the chat, but that's all right. Take the play by play analysis. See what's more Mort stories.
That's why we love having Dante Jenkins out there. Keep this thing interesting.
So there, I went with Humphrey up top. Didn't guard myself with a guess in the run game. And Vlasic leaves himself out there to get crushed, but picks up 3 yards. So I was using Newsome just in case it was a pass, and it did end up being a pass. So he's got 2:14. He's eating up some clock on this one. Getting Kevin Green out there. Oof.
Got that just in front of that defensive guy. It was
Classic. Yeah, he just got it out there. And I guess the exact wrong guy to use there. Oh. And he gets a nice gain out of it. Alright, so I'm sticking with Kevin Green. He's going with the draw. He's going to dance around. And I think probably could have limited that for a few less yards. Took kind of a bad angle. And I'm kind of uncertain of what he's going to pick, so I'm just going with Newsome, the safety. And he gets a guy out for blocking. Gets the first down.
They're running the draw better than Miami did. Well, it helps have the running speed, too. But
and I tried something different there. I actually was going for a dive.
Yeah.
And he didn't dive.
And he didn't do the move for once either. I thought you had me too, but then when you did it, the guy came and helped me.
Yeah. So that didn't work out too well. And now I don't think I have enough time to even keep one down. 22 seconds? Probably not. But he did put a little bit of...
Oh, there you go. There you go. You got 2 seconds there.
Put a little bit of an angle on the kick, which allowed me to get this playoff, but who knows, it could be a safety.
Yeah, just get rid of it. Oh boy. Get back there. Make him run off and down. I don't... Oh, wow, this is ridiculous. they somehow I got hit. Somehow I got hit back there. Like, that's what I didn't get. Like, I thought I cleared everything, then all of a sudden, my guy tumbled off when you got in that grapple. Oh,
I don't even know how I broke out of the tackle once I got caught.
Yeah,
there were guys behind them. So that was obviously a huge play. I mean, that's...
once again, why you don't blitz.
Yeah, so, two mistakes actually there. One was, putting the angle on the kick, because I probably wouldn't have been able to get out of bounds. And then, he went for the blitz, and I just tossed it up because I knew I had good receivers and a good quarterback, and it actually worked out. But he's still in the lead, but now it gives me an opportunity to actually take the lead here. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. And nothing going there. And I'm just tossing one up here, hoping for the best.
Locking on. Why did you do that?
When I use the Rams, I'm going to toss a couple up. Doesn't always work out, but it worked out there. He actually guesses my play. Wouldn't have expected him to pick the sweep down. Oh. Actually threw the wrong guy there. Didn't work out. Fourth and five.
The interesting one. I didn't get in position. I should have probably, in hindsight, let you get the first down and just contain it, but I wanted to see if I could get myself in position for that dive tackle, but it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, you did that earlier, which stopped the drive, so that's why,
I didn't really think you were going to run there either. I thought for sure you'd be trying to pass the ball to one of those receivers. I gotta get this team going after a couple of mistakes and just remember my offense has been on with the Chargers.
Alright, so
Butts
right here.
In bad. Harmon's in bad. Oh well. I can't take Butts out. That's for sure.
What I'm trying to do here is just not give up huge chunks. I want to make him really earn it. If I could hold him to a field goal, I'd be really happy about that. Wow. Was that Tolliver?
No, it was Lassick.
And then right off the bat, I give him a gain, so much for that strategy. And I might start using some Newsome now just because he was able to get that off easily in the pass game. Nice throw there to Harmon. And he's cruising down the field quite easily here. And take Newsome up top, expecting he could run, and what a great run right there. Turns it all the way around. And there you go.
Yeah, I don't think a chili cheeseburger and Tecmo at the same time are going to work.
And you kind of expect these matchups when you're using the Rams sometimes. They don't have the best defense. There's really only three players who are going to be able to use their control. That's Humphrey and Newsome with the 50 maximum speed, and then Kevin Green.
And Kevin Green is just
defender.
The linebacker 4 is a really hard position to use too when somebody puts run and shoot sweep in. All right, fourth quarter.
His defense really wasn't anywhere to be found there, so that was actually easier completion for me. Oof.
Now I guess
that's risky.
QB, I could have picked that up, but it's nice to be in position because if I wasn't, you could dive or you might have just caught it anyways.
Right.
It's a good thing I was in position.
Good defensive play there.
And
the perfect strike.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to out-tap him, just get out of bounds.
In the shorter field, if he gets the touchdown, I got plenty of time. Ooh. Gill Byrd just needed to come up with one of these.
He pretty much guessed what I was doing there, so... I'm going to try to... Oof! And the pass beat him there, but it was off target.
Oh, he went over the line.
Went over the line. We're in 4-down territory now. It's going to be tough.
Nice choice.
And I didn't really have a good option, so I'm like, Ellard's on the button hook.
Yeah.
He's the best receiver.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
You know, I know the interception ratings of the Chargers defenders aren't great besides for Byrd, so I got lucky there, but it was a calculated risk. And a full power kick up the middle. I thought I was going to be able to stop him.
I'm close to breaking out a big kick return.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the speed, though.
Yeah. I got a lot of bad conditions around. Carmelo. Let's see.
So now the goal is really the same as it was on the last drive. He just needs a field goal to tie, so I'm really going to try to keep him out of the end zone. I might be a little bit smarter about what defenders I'm using. I'm going to go with Newsome just to give me better coverage in the passing game. And there,
That was close.
it was close. Could have been something like an interception. I actually didn't pick pass on that one. But at least I was there to limit the gain.
Ah, bad quarterback.
Miller's open. Vlasic can't hit it. And not let him reverse anything there. I'm going to stick with Newsome. Goes pass. He's got tons of options.
Nice
I
coverage.
guess right, but he gets it there just in time. I don't know if my defender was actually even there. Kind of just had to give that up. He had everyone open. I'm going to take Humphrey on the top side. I was expecting the sweep down because I didn't pick it. He's making moves that you can't teach.
That chop block there almost broke me free.
So I'm going to pick Newsome just because I feel he's the most neutral guy to pick against the run. Oh! What a throw.
Yeah, that's a perfect throw.
Nice. I probably should have stuck with them up there looking at that play again, because if he would have got it down to one of the other running backs, I might have been able to stop him. So it was kind of an error on my part on who to stay with, and now I have to return it for a touchdown, and that's probably not happening.
Well, you do have one of the second return teams that are decent, but I got to contain that.
Yep.
Well, good game. Oh, that was a good game.
Another good game.
Yeah. And no, in that one I passed more because with the running back, but I mixed in the other plays. I didn't call the sweep that much, so my plan was just to mix in the other two runs, and surprisingly I got a lot off the draw, so it made it effective. And And had a great passing game with Vlasic, 213 yards, which is no interceptions, 90% completions. Like, a lot of quarterbacks, like, if you're not careful, that's the one nice thing about the run and shoot playbook. Like, if you can throw those, when they guess run and they leave those receivers open, you hit those bird routes, so you can have some pretty big passing games.
There were a few plays on defense where, Humphrey was kind of borderline right there, or Humphrey or Newsome. Those could have been interceptions, but those were really the only things. I mean, the fact that Vlasic had 90%, that's an excellent passing game. You don't expect him to do that even if he's throwing wide open receivers, but hey, that was a good game. I really couldn't stop him at all with the Rams defense.
Yeah, it's hard to stop people in the Rams defense. We got a few last questions. So, if I played football, well, when I played in high school for a little while, I played tight end and I played defensive line. My ideal position would probably be something like tight end or running back. If I was my favorite defensive player in all of Tecmo, it's a tough one. Mine has always been Kyle Clifton because of the way he was statistically made in the game. It's like having a defensive back. It's just like having a defensive back in the linebacking core with speed. Gary Reasons has more interceptions, but Gary Reasons isn't as fast. Clifton's actually usable. So I used to like to get him a lot in leagues, like when I was in online leagues. So Clifton.
Yeah, Kyle Clifton, he just has that 50 interceptions. That's really rare for a linebacker. All right, so we pretty much broke down the San Diego Chargers for you. Played a good game with the Rams. You can see how balanced that matchup can be, back and forth. So next time we're going to be breaking down the Seattle Seahawks and the best team in the game. Is it arguable or no?
It's the best team in the game.
Best team in the game, San Francisco 49ers. So we'll be breaking down the Seahawks and the 49ers. If you checked out the stream live, thank you for doing that. If you check it out later, comment, let us know what you thought about the game, the team breakdown, and if you like the play-by-play analysis. Take care.